any case study. So I'm come with a live case study example, and this is related to service industry. So the service industry related to finance firm, and I will give you the detail about that firms, what kind of service they are providing, and then my plan is to do a gap analysis with the Odoo 19 enterprise standard, map it out with all the features coverage, what are the functionality coverage is possible, and then we will discuss about the possible customization. So how many customization is required on top of it, and then we will do a further technical side. That will be the further plan. But for the current video agenda, I will explain you how to do a gap analysis with respect of the new requirement for any company where they will do a business specific things, and all those things we will map it out with the Odoo standard 90. So this way, any person who are a functional consultant or who are a salesperson who will prepare a demo for the client, and this will help them overview. But I will not, my plan is not only to stop my part until that. I will continue to create another section of video where whatever requirement we will grab and do a gap analysis, we will generate a live PRD, which is a product requirement details side, using AI agent, and then we will convert all those PRT into a specific task, and all those tasks will be converted into all the Claude or Hermes agent. We will use any one of them, maybe use both, and I will show you how to use skills, Odoo skills, to convert all the requirement and implement all the custom apps. And not only that custom apps will be developed, it will automatically do a command workflow. I already explained this in my previous video about how to use various skills and the command. I will share a link inside this video description for the reference purpose, that you can check it out, because I have added all the skills for a Google Drive folder where you can copy everything from there. But we will basically use the same skills, but there are so many additional optimization I have done with reference of that, so I will guide on that part. But this is all agenda of this video specific series. So for now, the current agenda or the video what I'm going to release is how we can take the requirement, do a gap analysis, and prepare a document and do a specific demo. I will show you the demo to you, and then we will decide that how to start the customization plan on top of it. So I have created one live SaaS instance, and this SaaS instance is generated for a one company, a sample company, where we just added a company with the Dubai localization. I have installed for Dubai, but I can configure it for Indian localization also. So it can be implemented with Indian company also, and a few apps which is really required to cover. I already installed those particular app inside that. You can see all those apps with the install status. So these all are the apps I have installed: sales, invoicing, CRM, accounting, equity, project, timesheet, document management. Knowledge app I have installed because I needed to integrate with knowledge. Help desk support, which is a ticketing system. Subscription module I have added, and the skill management, which is related HR specific part. But these all are the apps what I have do a mapping. And I have prepared one presentation for you where I will explain you this particular functional diagram for the investment and advisory firm, and if they want to map everything inside Odoo, how they can map. So first I will start with this diagram where you will get the idea about the investment and advisory firm demo, where we have a full life cycle, like we will start from CRM, then from CRL, whatever the various customers, because this investment advisory firm means it's like a firm which will provide specific various customers who want to do an investment, and they needed some guideline from the specific knowledgeable guy who can give them a particular advice for where they can put their money on a various investment product, and this can be done by a banking sales side also, because banking product also related one the same, but this is the external firm who are give the advice of various kind of big institute also possible and small institute also possible, where they have a money and they want to put that money in a best product with the best return according to their risk specific part for the coverage. So here you will see that we have a different CRM lead where the customer management are there, and the customer cycle will be started from pre-sales from the CRM, then there will be CRM from opportunity, we will go for the deals will be executed, and then we will go for the accounting and analytics. This is specific coverage where you can go with the any localization. I told you that it can be done with, because this company, I just give the example where they can implement this finance specific advice from India, Dubai, or even Saudi Arabia or any Arabic country for the purpose of advice. So total pipeline is created, and who are the active clients? So for the case study prospect, I have taken various institute, HNI institute, various financial organization and corporates. So I am talking about the big specific turnover company, and they will be the active clients for the purpose. But we can go with the any specific client sets. It's possible. It is possible from our side. Then we have specific services products are there. Obviously, we need to create a various services which is related to P, AM, and advisory. And we will do a custom gaps with respect of development and what kind of development is possible. And it will start with the CRM, which is a client management, which is the first phrase. So when we start my client, I should implement the client with the CRM cycle and the client pipeline. So where you will go with the prospect with the 0% specific mapping, and then we will qualify the client with their contact and whatever the needs. Then if the contacts are qualified, phone number and everything are valid, then we will qualify that client, and then we will propose a various email template with the various details, whatever the details we will cover. And then we will have some due diligence, which is official documentation steps, where we will near to close. So that will be the 75% specific part, and then we will run the CRM pipeline. So over here we put some sorts of clients category where we will define various HNIs, family offices, corporate, and institution. And we obviously this is specific to finance firms, so we will target various NSC, BSc for Indian Institute. For if I go for the Dubai specific, they have their own different market specific part. US market are also there, so there are so many possible market where we will go for the KYC specific, know your customer pendings, know your customer approval, and then you have a registration for DFSA. DFSA is obviously it is related to Saudi Arabia finance specific firm, where they will go for the pipeline of this. So after the CRM and client pipeline, we will go for the deal and the proposal management, and all this specific part is considered to be the pre-IPO or the private equity, and how we can generate and how the company will earn, because they will give a specific fees or their deal, and they have a different asset management. So they have a different asset management, so different assets derivatives they will propose, and advisory firm will charge something as a fees for the earning side. So that is also there. And how many invoice possible. So you have to define a service kind of products inside the Odoo. So you have a advisory gold tier where you can generate some AED amount and the invoiced by order. Pre-IPO advisory, you can define a different milestone, recurrent. These all are the specific configuration we can cover inside the Odoo itself, where we will define service on timesheet. Why the timesheet? Because Odoo have a service kind of product where you have a different types of product configurations, and that coverage will give you idea about from sales. When we start with CRM and sales, the pipeline will cover directly link with the project management side, and that project management will link with the resources who directly involve with that particular service and provide the support and all kind of services to that particular client directly. And that services, how many hours they consume to support that particular client, they will insert all the timesheets, and that timesheets will be directly charged to customers. So it will link with the sale order itself. So that is also there. And you have the cycle what I show you, it is something like that. You will confirm, then it will generate a project, and the project will be invoiced based on the project timesheets. We will invoice to client that this much hours we involve to support you. We already support you about this many of services we provide, where you will get that kind of profits, that kind of guarantee, and we will charge you this kind of money, something like that. This is all about the deal and proposal management. The another prospect is the execution of project, because normally when we execute the project, obviously the project execution will start with the sale order. Sale order will be generate a project automatically, and we will generate the specific task, because normally I told you that when we go for the any project execution, we know that if we investing that particular product, whatever the product we propose to our client, whether it is HNI, family office, corporate, or even the institution, we need to follow some pre-requisition part, or all those pre-requisition workflow need to add inside the documentation and knowledge base integration. We already integrated with the Odoo specific knowledge base, where a separate folder and separate workflow is configured. So you have a auto creation of task, and that task is a due diligence check, KYC documentation, legal revise and NDA, financial modeling, closing reports, and task generation. So these all are the workflow what we follow. And we have a billable hours, and that billable hours will be converted into invoice on basis of delivery. So we have a timesheet entries linked to the project task. These all things is required from our side, and this particular things is completely linked with the task. I will show you about this inside the project, and the project have all the workflow from start till the end, including the timesheet specific part. And the timesheet specific part we will do entries. So there will be a deal specific documents. Now this documents is specific to NDA, term sheet, due diligence, financial model, client reports, legal docs. All these are the specific process which is necessarily follow, obviously, because project execution required all this workflow. And I will show you inside the Odoo how we map it, because NDA document is required because it's a finance service, so we need to do everything in a private, nothing should be shared in between. We have a term sheet, we have a due diligence, financial model, client report, and legal docs. So these all are the tasks it will generate. I will show you that also. And then there will be phase 4, which is accounting and revenue, and that is specific to whatever things we will follow, where the P and pre-IPO are there, asset management are there, corporate advisory are there. We need to identify the revenue from where we will get. So the revenue can be monthly, which is retainer, success fees based on milestone, AUM fees, which is obviously we will go for a monthly unit recurrent way. Then we have a timesheet for billing, and these all are the specific thing is related to UA localization, but it can be integrated with Indian localization module also. That's also possible. So you can do all this. So this is just the mapping where we can map all this requirement. So because we will use a service industry, because it's a service kind of thing, they will provide a service, financial service to various clients. So you have a different kind of phrases. We have a document, deal room, you have a knowledge base, you have a subscriptions, you have a dashboard analytics. All these things require a specific sub coverage of all the tasks. So you have a NDA, term sheets, due diligence. So I have put the documents, which kind of documents we require. We have added a knowledge base also, few knowledge base, but knowledge base with detailed knowledge base we can add. Then we have a subscription. So what are the subscriptions? Subscription is related to recurrent services. If we charge anything, if we put anything in a recurrent way, we will put in subscription. So we require some subscription part for the quarterly and monthly service. And you have a finally a dashboard analytics. And finally, I found the custom development scope also there. That will be the phase 2. How and which area which is not available inside the Odoo, and you will find that you have a investment life cycle. So investment life cycle in Odoo not available, portfolio analytics not available, KYC and AML compliance not available, DFSA regulatory reporting not available, branded investment portal not available, cap table management, advanced deal rooms, career interest calculation. These all are the specific service, but obviously because I am implementing case study, so this is not the live requirement. This is the possible requirement for any specific finance advisory firm can cover any of these. So it may possible few finance company is not cover all these points. They will cover partially, or a few limited scope are there. So it's not required to cover everything in a one shot. Okay. So based on that, we will take one or two as an example, and I will show you in the future reference of video that how we can cover this customization plan. So this is all about the documentation explanation side. Let's go back to the case study presentation. So let me show you my case study presentation. And over here you will see that the same screenshot is available for you. And obviously I will put the slideshow for you, so we can go with the detail side. So you will see that you have a investment specific CRM. So from CRM or pipeline will started where you can search any specific lead, and I have created few advisory specific requirement from the various firm. So you can generate all the prospect, new prospect, qualified prospect. You can search directly with the CRM specific part. So you can easily add that in leads inside the CRM. Then the pipeline can be, we will propose like some kind of family office. They needed a IPO investment. So we will recorded that IPO details, that what kind of needs they have. So we mention all the detail inside the notes, and what are the possible salesperson who assign that, what will be the expect closing date, we assign that also. And the probability will be defined based on Odoo lifecycle, standard Odoo lifecycle. So we do that. This is a standard Odoo CRM form, opportunity form, I mean to say. So you can start with the lead, and lead will be converted further to opportunity that will be visible over here. Then from opportunity, all the conversation, ongoing conversation will be done, proposal, negotiation, everything will be done. Then there will be possible for the quotation. So the sales team will generate a quotation based on their requirement, and we will define the taxation and even the price of that, where I already mentioned over here, which is comprehensive advisory service for pre-IPO investment, including deal structure, due diligence support, and investor relations. So based on this sale order, we will further generate, we will produce this service for client, and we will generate a project and task based on all the service coverage, whatever service coverage we will put over here. Now you will see that I already told you that from sale order, when we confirm this server, it will confirm, create a project automatically, and it will generate a related task also there. So you will define a further detail of that project. Even not only the project description, you can define a various detail, the milestone mapping also available, everything is available. You can allocate the time, planning that particular project with various tags. So that is also possible. Then you have a accounting dashboard, which will give you the revenue overview from the sale order. Means we confirm the sale order, it will give me, allow me to create an invoice directly from sale order with respect of that. So you will see the advisory gold tier, it is the service what we provide. So the finance service will give some plan that the advisor have a gold, silver, or even various plan is possible. Based on the service, we will charge the client based on the quarter, based on the monthly, whatever format they have, we can directly generate the invoice to our client. And now this is a document management. So obviously before starting with the client, we need to define the whatever the sale order we created. Based on that, how the projects require how many things. So we put some folder like the client reports, financial model, due diligence, term sheet, NDA. So we can generate, we can document it within the document management of Odoo, prepare all the documents, assign that document inside that folder, and proceed further accordingly. So we can generate a subfolder inside that also possible. And then we have a knowledge base. Obviously knowledge base is required for checklist, that we need to follow a rules, regulation, and this regulation will be followed by all the staff who are holding this particular finance service to close. So you will check that you have a due diligence checklist, complete this checklist for all detail before advancing to the closing stage. So you have a legal regulation, then you have a financial, then you have a commercial part, and then finally you have a transaction. So I have created all specific workspace stages which is required, but this can be customized. This can be customized with the client to discuss all the requirement point of view when we go for the knowledge base. Okay, but all these things I have generated with respect of a very limited scope of the requirement from the client side, and prepare a gap analysis and the presentation. But this particular presentation is the initial scope where I can discuss more further needs and specific point to be customized, to be added, and if anything is missing, I can add inside that also possible. So this is one possible, and do a gap analysis. Then you have a spreadsheet, because Odoo already support the dashboard, and this all dashboard can be fully customized, available with the Excel directly, Odoo spreadsheet, where you can customize it, you can add it. That is possible from your side. And then finally you have a profit and loss and balance sheet. And these all the points I already explained. These points, what are the customization possible? What are the customs things which we need to plan with the customer, and according to their budget, according to their priority, we can plan all these custom needs to fulfill on top of Odoo standard. And probably I needed inputs from you if you require, because you will see all this custom one where investment life cycle are there, portfolio analytics there, KYC. So what you can do with this video, put your comment, which area you want to explore first. So I will take that particular part based on the various comment and the priority. We will take that particular part into our development cycle and prepare all product requirement documents and even the task, and then we will generate a custom module based on all feedback comes from your side. So you just post your comment, give me your inputs, and based on that, even anything which is important to cover on top of this particular analysis, you can give that also as inputs. I will definitely read your comment and check. Subscribe me and give me your feedback, which is very much important. And I guess that's it for the current agenda of this video, because I just want to cover a specific case study, and that case study I have implemented over here, and you will see that whatever the presentation I have given over here, you have a CRM leads pipeline. You will see the pipeline over here, where the prospect, qualified prospect, proposal, due diligence, these all are the specific part where you can prepare and obviously you will do further negotiation, do an email, you have a direct link with the knowledge base, even you can insert anything, attachment are there. So all these things are already available. You can go and propose the specific part, and when you close anything, you can close, you can change the prospect, qualified part, due diligence are there, and then based on that, obviously the lead enrichment is already available with the Odoo specific knowledge, where based on the contact detail, it will automatically enhance the information of number and the person. So that is also available, and that is a part of Odoo. So we will generate the quotation with a product. Now you will see all the products. I already show you that you have a various products are there, and these products have a properties. I explain you that you will define as a services, and over here I will just based on delivery and quantity, but you have various options on the product that you can based on timesheet, based on price. If you will define a based on timesheet, then this particular product can be used for other purpose also. Okay, so I will give you existing quotations where you can have the screenshot. You will see that this particular pre-IPO investment advisor, I have a fixed price, nothing to be done, but you can have a possibility of product. Let me give you the product specific configuration where we can see the project and task specific part. So over here you have a different product configuration. Yeah, so you have an advisory gold tier. So this advisory and gold tier we have created with the project and task. So when we create this particular product in sale order line, it will generate a project automatically. And based on that project and task, we can link the template also. Like you can prepare a template of project and task. That project and task template also linked with that. And when it will generate a project and task from sale order confirmation, you have all task and project available according to the template assigned. So that is also possible. So you will see that I have defined a various product with the configuration of service type of product and define the sales price and purchase price. This is the configuration. Based on that, it will generate order, and the order, you will see the order have a confirmation of project. Based on that, you will see that I have a advisory goal tier, and it generated a project automatically with the various tasks. And these all are the tasks like mandate letter, advisory goal tier, scope definition, financial advisory. So this task will be assigned to your team who will negotiate with the customer, and based on this timesheet hours, the sale order will automatically added those hours, and you will add inside the delivered quantity, and that delivered quantity will allow you to generate the invoice directly from here. So you will generate a regular invoice. So based on that 8 hours, whatever the amount we put, it will generate it for us. So currently it generated the invoice from sale order, and you have 8 hours recorded. You can add additional. Currently it generated the based on because the configuration I have added over here is prepaid and fixed price. But if I added based on timesheet configuration, then it will take the timesheet hours into the delivered hours based on the created invoice. For now it takes prepaid and fixed price, which is actually 3,580. That's why it generated invoice with that. But if I added based on timesheet or based on delivered quantity manually, then it will allow you to manually change the delivered quantity and do the invoice. So these are the standard Odoo functionality which covered the sales and invoicing cycle. And it will start with the CRM, sales and accounting. You have a subscription contract. For the subscription, you have a knowledge base where you will define all the investment playbook, what are the products, what is the company overview of this company, how many services they covered, service descriptions are there, what kind of guideline we can prepare, the regulation, proposals, we have an advisory, which kind of advisory, later template. These all are the knowledge base. You can add more knowledge base which will be used directly inside the sale order. You can add and link it with the chatter or chatter and the conversation with the customer. You can link this part over there also. Everything is completely dynamic. So you can add. Then you have a documentation. I will show you that documentation part also. So you will see the document. Under the documentation, you will see that each and every projects have a sub-specific part, and over here we have a 3 subfolder. So you will go with the subfolder, prepare more document inside that, and these all things are dynamically also possible to be created. Okay, and based on your workflow, each and every document will be moved from one folder to another folder to another folder. All these things you can define. So that's it. I think that's it for the presentation layer. That's it for the part of thing. Give your feedback, and then on the next side of video we will generate the customization, full implementation of this project. For one of the modules, we will generate the module live with respect of I will give you some glimpse also, that from the requirement side you can have a doc where you have a requirement.md. This requirement.md is generated using the AI specific part. I can preview it for you if you want. I will show you that also. So this is all requirement it generated, and this requirement is specifically we will proceed further, and we will not start everything in one shot. We will do one by one, and then we will convert this into design. This design is specific to Odoo standard mapping. What are the Odoo standard provide, what kind of things it already cover, but this particular thing is generated on Odoo standard SaaS, but we can do it with the Odoo community and enterprise. Both is possible with respect of existing apps. So that is also possible, and based on that we already generated a diagram and even the metadata. This metadata is specific to the coverage of modules, how many apps we will involve to cover this particular requirement, including the screenshots. We have taken the screenshot also. Whatever the screenshot I show you, that is also covered, and all these things I have done using the AI specific knowledge base.